Guys, welcome to our podcast, to my podcast. No, you're just a guest.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyways, so I just want to say thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for deciding to watch us or to listen to us. This podcast is going to be in English. A lot of people know that I speak Arabic, or Moroccan dialect. But this time I'm trying to take my community to another level of communication, to another level of like exploring mindsets, and that comes with changing the language and changing the language to a global language or an international language. That's why I chose English. So our first podcast is gonna be about moving abroad. So as you guys know, I moved abroad last year, so it has been around a year, and it's very scary, like to leave everyone behind, to leave your mother, your dad, your friends, your studies, your careers, your I'm not talking about me or her, I'm talking about everyone, because I know a lot of people that they have like sacrificed everything and they moved abroad seeking for other opportunities. So how does that feel like when it comes to Alia? So by the way, her name is Alia. She's 20 years old. And by the way, you would never really think that she's 20 years old because she is so mature. She's a vibe. She lives, she flourishes. I'm not saying this. She's a bitch sometimes, but everyone is a bitch. But like she's
Stop.
no, you're not. You're not. Trust me. You're you're how people should be. Like, anyways, slay. So, how does it feel for you as a 20 years old girl?
So, for me, it was hard, and especially like with the age.
Sorry,
thing.
guys, we're gonna use the vape. When I see it, I need to do something with it. Anyways.
Especially with the age thing. I moved here when I was 18. I turned 19 when I was here. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was 18 when I came. So that was pretty much super hard for me because like I've never ever stayed away from my family, from my home, and it was super hard for me, leaving my sisters, leaving my mother and my father.
Especially you're someone who has a very good connection with your
Yeah,
parents.
we are. Yeah.
Like her parents are her best friends. For me, my parents were fine, we're cool, but I cannot really tell you that we were this close.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna let you speak.
Yeah.
I'm just stating a fact. Her parents are her best friends.
Yeah, I
So-
have like a super really good connection with my family, and that's what made it even harder for me to go somewhere else or to move abroad. Like whenever I saw with Anis, I'd be like, how are you super happy in here? How are you like, because he is, you actually like
am.
being here.
I am.
You actually, you said that to me once. You said, this is your city. This is,
yes.
yeah.
Just like maybe two,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
He was like, this is where I feel home. And for me, I'm still struggling with that, not because I don't like here, not because it's just like moving away from my family is way too hard.
So for you, like, especially when we try to move out or to move abroad or to move to another country, to another city, to another place, we have things that we want to achieve in that place. So I'm going to ask a question and I'm going to answer it for me first. Then I'm going to pass the mic to Alia. So coming here, or before that, we're just going to state the struggles.
Put the mic in here so we can talk.
The mic. I'm not sure. 2 seconds. I had a question. Like before you move to any place in the world, you do kind of like a vision board. How you want to see yourself there.
True.
And you know what me and you were planning to do.
Yeah.
None of that happened. None of it's really
None
hard.
of it.
Trust me, it's
It's-
really hard.
It is.
Yeah, it's really hard, especially for me as a boy.
True.
I would say it. Life is tougher for boys here in
I mean,
abroad.
it's not actually. It's the same, and especially coming from like the same like the same place and everything. I think for me it's the same. We all struggled. We all are still struggling to this day. And like yeah, it's actually the same. It's not, I don't know.
Well, if we're talking about that aspect, is hard for everyone, but like trust me, especially finding jobs like for example part-time jobs. Most of the jobs they require girls, and they're like, oh, you're a boy, well, we're just gonna call you later. I've seen this, I witnessed it many times, and you know what I'm talking about. Like girls can find like part-time jobs very easily. Boys, it's very hard-ish.
And like what, why do you think that? Like what?
It's pussy power. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me. It's pussy power.
Okay.
Everyone knows this. Everyone understands that this is a factual fact. So let's not talk about this. But like,
I haven't experienced that yet. So like with finding jobs or trying to find jobs. So like I'm not experienced in this topic.
well, I've seen it. I didn't really look much for jobs.
Okay, yeah, me
'cause
too. I didn't need
I
it.
didn't. It's not I didn't need, but like I needed jobs.
Yeah, me too.
But I just didn't feel
The need.
that kind of
yeah,
need.
I know.
Like
And this is what's
we're in a comfort zone. You
Yeah.
feel like you're in a comfort zone. You have your own money. You can do you can do some stuff. Let's just be
Yeah.
honest. We can do
Yeah.
some stuff. We can hang out. We can travel. But do we need extra money? Hell yeah. Do we need to work for that extra money? I don't think
I
so.
know.
Maybe next month. Maybe this. Maybe this. So this is kind of like a topic. We're not gonna talk about this, but like in this podcast, I don't want to talk about me and you or me and the people that we know. I'm passing information and advice to the people who are really watching.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to move to UK, reconsider. UK. Europe, yes, but UK, it's a bit limited. The economy is getting very, very... like this. Like, it's a
No.
shutdown. It's getting really expensive.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, me and her live in the second most expensive city in the UK, which is Edinburgh in Scotland. It's affluent. It's very, very ridiculously...
The rent here is a
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Literally is a nightmare. Talking to other people from Scotland, they're like, oh, I'm renting a house, £600 a month, 2 rooms and a kitchen. And I'm like,
Ooh. How are you
a
doing
room
that?
in Edinburgh is £800. A room in Edinburgh,
Yeah.
in a good place, starting from 500. 500 is a rarity, is a rare gem. Like,
oh no, I haven't found like 500.
yeah. She
I'm renting like with 800.
Yes, it's very atrocious. It's very hard. So the first difficulty you would find in the UK is rent.
Yeah.
Is rent, especially if you're really linked to a job, linked to university, linked to a certain routine.
Yeah.
You need like to be well allocated in the UK.
True.
If you're allocated in London, babe, you're living a nightmare. If you're allocated in Edinburgh, you're living in a nightmare. Manchester, I would say, is fine.
Yeah.
Birmingham, I would say, is fine. Glasgow, I would say, is fine-ish.
It's fine, yeah.
But it's still, it's really hard. But like, this is the first thing I would like to keep in mind. It's very hard for us, especially coming from Morocco. The rent is very, very cheap in Morocco. And also, we didn't really care about rent. As I'm talking about me and her, we used to live with our parents. You don't give a shit. You don't give a damn about rent. You just live with your parents and it's fine. In here, you need to sort it out yourself. You need to find the people that you rent with.
Yeah.
And of course, you're gonna find rent with son of bitches.
Yeah.
You're gonna share rooms with very, very crazy minded people.
Yeah.
They can be your friends, but like once you share the room with them, you share the 24/7 mood with them.
Yeah.
When you're sad, you need to see them in front of you. When you're happy, they're there for you. When it's just so bad. This is why I can
Well, it's just
say,
like for me, I had really like when coming here, I didn't know anything, and I had really bad what is it called? Flatmates or roommates, and like you don't realize how these things affect you when you like until you leave. You know.
And even like telling you guys how
Like-
bad it was, they will say, as we say in Arabic, "غا خلينا نمشيو لتما ونعيشوا هادشي."
Yeah.
But trust me,
No,
Like,
no. It's really bad.
it's true. Like,
and it affects
don't
you.
careful what you wish for. You would be
Yeah.
like, oh, I just want to go abroad. I don't care about these like difficulties. I don't care about this kind of like struggle. It's really hard.
You just miss home. You just want to go back.
You just
don't
wanna
want
go back.
anything anymore. You just want to go back to your family, to your home, to the place you feel so safe, and like rather than being here with people that you don't know or people who
That you hate
don't
sometimes.
and you don't trust.
And
you know?
sometimes you hate them.
Yeah.
Trust me, like, I will just close it with this one. If you have the chance to experience rent with someone, if you share a place with someone and it doesn't work in the first time, don't
It
let
won't
time
work. Yeah.
don't let time make you forget how bad it was so you make the same mistake. Hi, it's me.
It just won't. It won't work.
It won't work.
It won't.
If-
Trust me.
Son of bitches will never will be son of great mothers and fathers. They're gonna be
Yeah.
son of bitches all the time. Trust me.
Yeah.
We need to do this because we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say this. We're not going to start the podcast with being negative. With being like UK is very bad. UK is nah. I miss home. It's very cold. It's rainy all the time.
Like
nah,
you
nah,
just
nah.
like take things in consideration.
Yeah,
And
take
that's
this
it.
in consideration. Know that you're going to live a bad experience. Some people I know they didn't really live those experiences. They lived very okay-ish experience.
Yeah.
They were nice with it. They were lucky. I'm so happy for them. They were lucky, and actually, when they were lucky, you know why they were lucky, because they are the nicest people. I'm talking about the Drari.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the boys.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Amin. I'm talking about Omar, and I'm talking about Muhsin. Those guys are the nicest people I've ever really met in here. They deserve any good thing happens to them. They're
Yeah.
actually the epitome of manhood. They're the epitome of friendship. They're the epitome of Moroccans. I love you guys so much, and I just want to say thank you in front of everyone in the
Yeah.
world. Say thank you so much. So, move into another question. As we said, when you're coming to another country, when you're trying to travel for like 5 days, 4 days, 15 days, nevertheless, move into another country. Of course, you're going to have a vision board.
Of course.
So,
What was mine?
no,
Okay.
we're not going to tell you what was yours. Just tell me the things that you thought you would achieve in here, or
Yeah.
you would live, and they worked. You lived them, or you didn't. So
Okay, so for me,
yeah, for you. I have my glass. I just don't want to like stand up. I'll just share with her.
yeah, sure. So like for me, I like
We're sharing this. Fuck. This is nothing. I just believe that if you can kiss a stranger in a club, it will be so stupid to tell me, no, I don't share from the same glass. You're sharing a mouth.
Yeah.
So, we're not talking about you. I'm just talking generally. Sorry, I swear I didn't mean to talk about. It's not about you.
What is, no.
Okay.
I didn't,
Maybe I need to yelpis.
I didn't do
Anyways.
anything.
Anyways, go ahead.
So like for me, and like not just for me, I think all of us have a really big and like huge expectation whenever you're moving abroad, and like all you see is the good things. Oh, when I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna become that, and which is in reality, it's not actually all. What do we call it? Like roses and.
Yeah, it's not as good as it seems.
Yeah,
or
it's
as good
actually,
as
it's
you
actually,
expect.
It's actually not. It's just like you're actually just moving from like a country to another. It's not that big of a deal, but like it is kind of a big of a deal because we came from Morocco to the UK, which is something big, you know. But still, you gotta work on your mindset first. You gotta work.
Well, let's just be honest. We're not going to say big in terms of UK is really better than Morocco in anything. No. here poverty is such a thing, but you can see that the government takes care of the poor people somehow. In Morocco, it's not really that well.
They take consideration on everything, like,
and you can find jobs here.
Yeah,
if you have papers. If you're illegal here, I would say it's really hard. Anyways, continue. So just like not saying, oh, Morocco is really bad, here is the heaven. No, it's not it. It's not. It's not heaven here, literally. So, continue. So I can try. Did you, for example, you had in mind, for example, you told me YouTube. Why didn't you start?
Okay, but wait, like, let's just be honest. But like, weren't you thinking that moving to the UK was such a big thing and it was such a big change? Or
it is a big change.
Yeah,
it is a big change.
Like, and why is that? Why do you think that? Because
it's Europe.
Yeah, and it's way better.
It's like, way better for me. Like, I'm gonna answer my question later. For me, because I don't want to get emotional in here, okay. But like hanging out in Morocco every day, I'm gonna get emotional. Like, your biggest wish is like you go undisturbed in the street. No one would call you a fag. No one would call you, oh, man up. This is my biggest wish every day. I go out and I'm like, please God, I don't want to be disturbed in this today. I just want to go to school. I just want to go to work. I just want to go see my cousin. And I want no one to say anything bad.
Yeah, and that's like and that's the fucked up shit. Like, you shouldn't even be,
exactly
be thinking like that, you know? You should be free. You should do whatever
This is why I left Morocco. Yeah. Literally, they're like two big reasons why I left Morocco.
And it's actually so sad, like, for you, like thinking that way whenever you're going out or whenever you're going to school or whatever. It's sad.
It is really sad. So that's why you told me why you're happy here. This is why I'm happy. Like, I go undisturbed. Like, no one gives a... Like, I curse a lot. No one gives a fuck about you.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, for example, you go in a club or something. Let me just compare about, like, these two things. When I was in Morocco, like, going to clubs was not such a thing to me. Like, I go to clubs if I go to Marrakesh. She's a diva. She's from Marrakesh. So clubs are her things. For me, if I go to a club, you should know that I am in Teatro in Marrakesh, or I am in Cabana, or I am in 555, or I am in this, or like Babushka, or whatever. I am in those things. If someone approaches you, they give you the look. In here, no matter they're straight, gay, girl, lesbian, whatever they are, they identify as they, them, whatever they identify as a cat. When they approach you, they're like, you dance really well.
I know.
You are a slay.
I know.
Queen. Like, a straight guy comes in the street and was like, man, no homo, but you are damn gorgeous. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this world? Everyone is so nice. In Morocco, everyone would approach you like, well, it's really better if you try to man up. Well, it's very better if you go to the mosque and you don't really join me in my places, okay?
Well, it's really good if you just, like, mind your own business.
Mind your own business. This is it. This is the biggest shift, the biggest cultural shock I had in a good way.
Yeah.
People mind their own business.
Yeah.
Well, they love gossip. Let's just not forget about this. They love gossip.
A lot.
You just like,
a lot.
I don't like her. Okay, tell me what's wrong. They love gossip here.
Oh yeah,
more than the Moroccans.
Yeah.
In Morocco,
but like it's like what's the comparison between, like, the two is that they don't take it personal or anything. They just want to know. They just want to know. They just want to talk about it. They just want to talk. They just want to have. But like in Morocco, no,
They will talk about it and come for you, and we never really forget it. And if you forget it, like let me just remind you, the other day you told me that you didn't like that girl. Why are you together right now?
And they start judging. Like, here, there's no judge. Yeah, sometimes, and it's normal, but like not as much.
Yeah, true. Coming back to another thing, why didn't you start YouTube?
Yeah.
Because I know she told me that she wants to make YouTube, and let me tell you guys, she would be a great diva on YouTube. I would love.
I will start someday.
You know, my biggest regret.
Yeah.
And I will be like so stupid if I don't continue now, because after 3 years, I will say, oh, I wish I continued podcasts.
Yeah, true.
And it will go somewhere. If you don't stop, it goes somewhere. Trust me, it goes somewhere if you don't stop.
Of course.
You might get deals, you might get famous, you might get some money. It goes somewhere. You don't stay in the same place if you are consistent and you know what you're doing on YouTube.
So the first things like when what I was imagining myself doing when I first came here is like starting a YouTube channel and like continuing my TikTok videos or whatever. But I came here and there's just like a lot going on. There's just like a lot going on, and like I just like couldn't just focus on
busy. You feel like that you're an adult now.
I do. It's just like such a big transformation, or like it's like it's just so big for me, and I so what I do is just like sit back and observe, and I know this is not the best thing you can do.
You're not observing, trust me. Like with so much going on, you wouldn't have survived if you didn't really move.
True, yeah.
You move. We're just saying about our dreams. We just keep them. We're like, well, it's not time to come out right now because we're dealing with so many important things.
Yeah.
Like finding out what we're gonna eat for today. Finding out where we're gonna stay for the night.
Yeah.
Finding out.
You weren't even thinking about these things.
Yes.
You know, you weren't even thinking about rent. You weren't even thinking about your clothes should be in the washing machine. You weren't even thinking about all of that. And just one day.
One day.
Like,
you need to figure
out everything. You need to find rent, and you need to find friends, and you need to find friends who will make you feel like family. And just it's just a lot. And what for me, I still feel that overwhelmed. Yeah, I just feel overwhelmed, and I'm still trying to process like my new life, and I'm still trying to figure out my new life. If we're being honest, cause like we're honest here. I'm trying to be honest in here.
Yes, I don't have to agree with you.
How many? It's been like it's the same.
We're 1 month different.
Yeah. So it's been almost a year now, and I'm still figuring out my life. So for me to start making TikToks now and YouTube now, I'll be just faking it, or not me. I wouldn't show my actual self on those platforms.
Snow. For me,
and I want to do good. I want to be good. I want to be myself.
Trust me, one thing I will tell you,
you know?
no matter how good you think you are, so many people will see you as shit. And no matter how
course.
bad you think you are, a lot of people are going to see you as diva. So you just do it, and you will find fans and haters, no matter how good you are. Let's just mention Emma Chamberlain. She's leading the podcast, community. And a lot of people see her, she's doing nothing.
Yeah.
And she's a millionaire because of that.
Yeah.
So people are going to say a lot of good things about you, and people are going to say a lot of bad things about you. But guess what? No one can reach you when you're rich. Slay. So you need to make money. You need to focus on the things you like. And what I'm saying right now is not any stalking. It's just like someone who thinks that they made it on podcasts, and you are in their podcast right now. Yeah, you know what I'm imagining right now? I'm imagining a studio with lights and mics, not a phone. Mics, and I'm imagining like we have like a big sofa and like 2 cameras. One is directed on you, one is on me. And I'm imagining this. I'm seeing one mic each, not a phone for both of us. I'm imagining a lot of things. And imagination sometimes, like, is not the best thing you could do. Is working. You should work on them. Yeah. Not just imagining. And
like, that's what I love about you. Like, that's what I love about you is like, whenever you have an idea, you do it. Not
all the time, but yeah.
But like, most of the times. Come on. You, like, look at us now, making a podcast. And it's your channel, you know?
And we have nothing. We have just a phone.
Like, with nothing. With 2 phones. Literally.
That's cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You see? Like, so. And like, you make me, I want to get inspired. Like, I always get inspired by you. And like, what you do. And like, because it is something. And like, yeah. No, like, I'm telling the truth. Like, it is something like you really work hard and you really want to do something with yourself.
I want to do something. Honestly,
like,
I want to be big.
Yeah, and you deserve
like,
that. And you're good at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like speaking in English in my podcast, well, where I know like my parents wouldn't understand anything.
Yeah.
My closest friend, my best friend for 10 years, she wouldn't really be able to understand because she doesn't speak English. This is kind of like aching me sometimes. I'm like, oh, those people have been with me since day one. My parents have been supportive like since day one about YouTube and anything.
Yeah.
My
like,
parents, they're like,
I know.
go for it, do it. When are you going to upload the second one? I'm so grateful for my parents.
Like
and now they wouldn't be understanding this. This is really shit. But I want to take it so far, and I would never really forget them.
Yeah.
I would never forget that Kamar was like the first person that watches my video, shares it, and she just tells everyone, this is my best friend, watch him. And I can see myself in the TVs of her family, all of her family. Like, I can tell you, the whole family knows me because of Kamar. Like, this is my friend, support him. And I'm treated just like a very famous guy. Whenever I go to their place, for example, I go to Casablanca or I go to see her grandmother or something, she's like, oh, Anis is coming, we need to... It's very beautiful.
It is.
And it's not beautiful because she would not be able to understand me fully. She understands English, but not very, very fluent. Yeah. I can confirm that I really want to go big, but sometimes...
it's scary. You know, it's scary, but like, you'll regret it. You'll regret not doing it. So just like try it. If it's for you, God will show it to you. If it's not, it's not, and it's okay because you tried, you know.
At least.
And like that's what aching me, because like I'm not even trying so hard to, you know. And like my family are always asking me, why won't you post?
But let me tell you one thing, guys.
Like, just
let me tell you one
like,
thing, guys.
do that.
She's having fun. She's having fun in her life. She just doesn't really film her fun.
Yeah.
For me, I'm having fun. I film it. This is the only difference. You should not see yourself as someone who's just like sitting in a corner or watching the girl like, oh, I'm doing nothing with my life. No, you're really having a great life.
Oh yeah.
I am in your Instagram. I am sometimes in your close friends' Instagram. And I see the fun. You're really a fun girl. You just need to film it. And bringing this, the second reason why I came abroad is like to see Taylor Swift.
And you did.
And I did. Guess what, guys? If you told me 10 years ago, you would be, oh, it's not a fancy thing. Everyone, like 10 million fans went to her show. And I was one of them. This is a very, very great achievement for me because I was a fan.
It is, and I was so happy for when you went. I was super happy because
yes, a lot of people be texting me. Oh my god, I know.
Because like
they were more excited than me.
I know. I was super excited for you because I knew how bad you want to go, and I knew how bad you wanted to meet her, and I was so happy for you because you did.
I don't know if you know the story. When I was in Morocco, way, like in July, I bought the ticket to Madrid. And I bought the ticket to Lyon, like France. And
I know.
The opportunity to come to UK came after that. So I had to get out my savings for that travel and pay the visa or pay the procedure that I need to, like, to pay things to come to UK. So I had to bail on my dream. I'm like, well, we can see her on her next tour. Let's just forget about those tickets. You're going to resell them. And I sold those tickets.
Yeah.
And it was very aching me, but like a week before my birthday, a guy texted me. He's from Aberdeen. He's called Kyle. If you watch this, thank you so much, Kyle. He said, Anis, I know that you want to go to Taylor Swift's concert. I have a spare ticket. My best friend is not going. Do you wanna get it for money? And I was like,
wait a second. Am I dreaming?
It's like, yes. And I said yes. I was very, very broke at that time.
Yeah.
I had only like maybe £200.
Okay.
And the ticket was £140. Was not really that expensive. It was a resale, guys. And I'm like, yeah, I will go. And I was shaken that she, like, it might be a scam. When I scan my ticket, they tell me, oh, it's reused. And when I passed, I'm like, I'm seeing Taylor Swift.
The breakdown, just
Yes,
saying.
I saw Taylor Swift. I had one of the greatest shows.
I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit. Basic baby, gotta fake it till you make it and I'm dead. There's no high school to sing battles. You know how to follow.
I saw Henry Moody. Guess what? He's a small artist, but I didn't see him just like any other fan. I shouted his name. I was like, Henry! He said, what? What's going on there? And I was like, I came from Morocco to see you. Can I have a hug? He said, would you come to the barrier and give me a hug? And I said, yes, I will give you the video now. You can see it. He said, do you want to... And I hugged him, and it was a really warm hug that I wish my crush gives me. Anyways, yes, I get hugs from my crush. I get hugs from my crush, but we're just friends.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyways, we at least we touch each other. Fucking hell, I'm saying this on a podcast anyways.
My friends, your face, your dumb mistakes, all these memories. I wish we still make. I wish I was the reason you stay up till 3 and you come for the sleep. Waiting for me to reply. Say, I don't know why. I still believe in you and I. You and I.
So it was great. I'm seeing another artist. You know who? Nessa Barrett.
Nessa Barrett.
Yes. So I'm seeing another.
You got
artist.
the ticket, or
Yeah, I have tickets.
you have it already?
Yes. I'm going to Nessa Barrett, and I'm going to another big artist. She's the icon of like pop music. It's called Katy Perry. So I have tickets for Katy Perry as well.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I hope I can get tickets for Gracie Abrams. If I get Gracie Abrams, I'm just going to
It's
donate.
done for y'all.
So, coming to UK, just set goals that you want to like do, goals that you want to achieve, and focus on them and appreciate every single thing you live here.
Sure, yeah.
Because if we focus on the whole image, I will tell you one thing. I miss my mother every day. This morning she sends me a video on Facebook, on WhatsApp. She's like, I just want to say... Anyway, she said it in Arabic. I don't know if I can translate. But she's like, I just want to... I hope you're okay. God bless you, my son. And I'm like, oh, I miss you too, my mother. And we talk every day. I miss my mother. I miss my cousin. My cousin was my best friend. Now we don't talk much because she's busy with her work. And I'm busy at the same time. I miss my dad. I feel like that my dad is getting old and I'm not near him. And
Yeah, this.
I'm not
kills
gonna
me.
be near him because I would not go back to my country, like, never. Settle there, not now.
Sure.
Maybe after 10 years,
Yeah.
not now. So it's aching me that I'm growing apart from my parents.
Oh, yeah.
I'm growing apart from my best
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
Well, my best friend, they're like, we don't want to see you, just stay there. You're happy you're there, you weren't happy here, just stay where you are. Just stay
And
where
like
you
you
are.
know, like what I like the difference between me and you is like you are already okay with the fact that you left home, you know, you're okay with it. Like for me, I'm not as okay with the fact that I'm not seeing my parents 24/7, and that's what still kills me. And but like once I'm like I'm okay with it, I'll love the city.
Look,
Maybe.
I'll just try to talk to you about this in front of them, because a lot of people I can see, I know that on TikTok. I'm just so happy that I have a community that lives abroad, and they would understand you, and they will understand me. Do you think mourning, being sad about the fact that you lost your parents, I mean, it's losing. You don't grow in front of their eyes. Like mourning about this fact, or like being sad about this fact, will solve it.
Oh no.
You have just to be okay with it.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
True.
They said, babe, you gotta fake it till you make it in a bed, lights, camera, bitch, smile, even when you wanna cry. He said he loves me all his time, but the time was quite short. Anyways, I'll stop. So, it's okay. Just,
I know.
Just live it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying. We're all trying, yeah.
Yeah, just try. Just
Yeah,
try.
I know.
Because there is no, I will never tell you there is a remedy to forget your parents. There is a remedy to forget your best friend. There is a remedy to forget your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend. There is no remedy to, it just like try to forget about them. Try to be okay with it.
Yeah.
You would miss them from time to time because they were such a big part of your life.
Oh yeah.
You will miss them because they are your parents. They are people who mattered, who were like so important at a certain time.
And I still think it's just the age. I still think that it's like
cute.
Yeah, it's the age thing, but you know, like now I'm okay with it, and I know for sure that I'm gonna what is it?
Get over it.
Yeah, get over it, or yeah.
Well,
I'm not saying I'm sad in here. I'm not saying that I'm mad that I came here. No, I was the happiest girl when I moved here. Like I was actually so happy when I first came here. It's just like each day it hits me that I'm actually losing my parents and losing my family in there. But we go every once a month. Come on.
we called them.
We go.
You go.
Oh, you don't.
I went only once.
But for me,
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
You know, we have the same timetable.
Yeah.
We make the same money.
Yeah.
We, like, I can tell you, I have so much more money because your rent is
Yeah.
atrocious.
Oh.
It's very expensive. My rent is not that expensive.
No.
And I don't want to go because it's my decision. I don't want to go. Like, when I came here first time, you know, I was dreaming to go every single day. Every single day. I want to go. I went and I had a best week. I met most of my beautiful people. You know, I met Rita, I met Qamar, I met Anas, I met Rania, Ismail. No, Rania, no. I met Ismail. I met all of the people that I love in Morocco. My parents, my cousins, everyone. But now, it's been 3 months now. I'm like, no, I'm not ready to go. I don't know what do you have in Morocco. No, for me it's
I
no.
actually have a good life in there. I have a good life in here too. I'm not gonna sit here and shit talking about being here. I'm just like being super open, and I'm being super honest with the fact that it's hard and it's not that easy. But yeah, we find happiness and good things each day we live in this country.
So as
We try at least. So like yeah. I discovered this morning that Jaden likes Nessa.
Guys, I'm gonna post this podcast because it's so much fun. This is the second podcast I filmed. The first one I'm not gonna post it.
Who was it with?
It was with Halima. She didn't even speak. She was like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. She's just like, I'm just a girl and I'm living a life here. I don't care how bad it is.
No, like I love talking.
Same. I called her. I invited her. I was like,
And I
"Can you be in my
immediately said
podcast?"
yeah.
And she said, I said, hi, Alia. I was thinking I'm making podcast. She's like, I want to be here. Like, I sent her topics and she's like, oh, we choose this topic. And you're gonna see her many times because we can include other people,
Yeah.
and we talk about many things. And here we were talking about why people should not be racist just because they were born in a privileged country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just feels that my personality that I made,
Yeah.
the energy that I can give, the energy that I leave behind, is something that I should be proud of, because
Yeah, of
I
course.
created that.
Of course,
that
yeah.
that person you see. I am a dark person sometimes, and I don't let you see it. I let you see the bright side.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be proud because I can shift between the two. You don't have to be proud because you have a blue passport or a black passport or a red passport.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I am Moroccan, and we have the best culture. We have the best food.
Yeah.
We have the best people. We have this and that and this and that. So do you think I should be proud of that? No, it's not me. It's the culture. I was born there. I tried to fit in. I couldn't fit in. I lived to another country. I'm trying to fit in here. And I would never really forget that country
Mm-hmm.
that fed me.
Of course.
I would never really forget the country that gave me the best parents, that gave me the best people in my life,
It's yeah.
that made me who I am.
Yeah.
And you know, for a fact, we need to be proud of ourselves. Why? Because we learned their language.
Mm-hmm.
We understand them so much, like in terms of many, many aspects.
Mm-hmm.
So we are the ones who try double to know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even try double to know who you are. Yeah, I don't know. Our podcast is getting really so long. I don't know. Do you have a question to people, like, or to me, or to
It's just
anyone?
like, how did you, like, once you came here, like, did you have anything in mind? You were like, you know what, this is my city, like, this is my home now, and I'm gonna be good, like, I'm gonna do good, like, it's just like, because I need it for me. I still need it. I think I still need
Okay, so
you understand?
you're asking about the time when I was like, this is my home.
Yeah.
Stop complaining.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So in the first 3 months, you know what happened? I was renting with a girl. Problems happened, and we had to find our ways. So I lived to another place.
Mm-hmm.
I lived with another guy. You know who? You know the whole
Yeah.
story. So for 3 months, I was really raging, being in so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I need to go back to my country. I was thinking that the country was never the problem. It was me the problem. I have to go back to my country. I don't need to fit in. I just want to leave this. It's not for me. Abroad is not for me. For the whole 3 months, I was crying every day. I still, you know, I cannot listen to some music because of that period.
Yeah.
Whenever I play,
Yeah.
for example, the album The Tortured Poet Department by Taylor Swift, I'm like, oh, I don't want to listen to this album. It makes me so sad because I used to listen to it when I was living with a psychopath, which is the landlord that I lived with her 2 months. She was a psychopath, and I was playing that album in her place. So
We
whenever-
got kicked out. Once.
Yes, we got kicked out once. It was at 10 p.m. She came to my place. She doesn't like staying alone. She's like, Anis, I want to stay with you. I'm like, yes, babe, of course you can. She came. She rung the bell, and then the landlord, she's like, who's coming? I said, my friend Alia. She doesn't feel well. She want to stay with me. She said, no, both of you are not going to stay here. And I'm like, it's my house. I pay the rent. She's like, I don't care. I have a son here. I said, is your son here? She said, no. I said, what? And I argued with her. And guess what? I was paying rent, and I didn't come back to that place for 9 days because I was feeling, I was feeling like whenever I go to the place, I'm like,
I know, and
I feel like it's a haunted place.
I had the same experience. I didn't go to my house for like a
When
month.
you were living with the...
Yeah, for a month, for a whole month. I was paying rent. I was paying the bills. I was paying everything, and I wasn't even staying there. I didn't stay for a whole month, and
This is to know how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like to be forced to live with such people, because rent is the biggest challenge you would ever really find?
It was affecting me a lot when I first came here. It was, and like now I'm very grateful that I found a really good flatmate, and she's the nicest, she's the sweetest. We get along.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, we get along so good.
And also you're paying 800 each.
I know. I know, and we're paying 800 each. I know it's bad, but at least I'm okay. I'm like, now I'm starting to feel okay, and
I'm
like
okay. I'm okay. It's okay. Had him in the first place. It's okay. I'm okay. Had him in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like it's that's why I'm telling you, if you're renting with someone or if you live with someone, that someone has to be good, or you're fucked, and you're not, and like the problem is you're not even thinking about it until you move out.
yeah.
So
yeah.
you're like, oh my god,
You wouldn't know how
I was
bad
holding
it was
all of
until
that.
you move out. Yes.
Yeah.
So the time when I said, it's gonna sound very, he's just like, you're not going to believe me, guys.
Yeah.
But trust me, I will tell you one thing. It has to do with Taylor Swift. It's not Taylor Swift that made me think this way,
Yeah.
but it's the time. Listen to me. Listen to me carefully, guys. I'm going to tell you a story. And when I tell you time is very important. So, I told you, in July 2023, I bought tickets for Taylor Swift, Madrid and Lyon. After 2 months, I had the opportunity to come to UK. I was saving money. I had money in Morocco. I was keeping that money to travel abroad to see Taylor Swift and to go to Europe for like to see 3 cities and stuff. When the opportunity came, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity. I knew this opportunity existed 2 years ago before I made the decision, because I have friends that they live in London and they told me about this opportunity. And I was like, no, it's not time. It's not time. It's not time. And I'm so glad I made it at that time, because I met Fatima and Hajar. It was, you know, time is very important. So I forgot about Taylor Swift. I'm like, I'm going to resell the tickets and I'm going to UK. Because, you know, if you're in UK, you cannot go to Europe, the European Union, Schengen area, you cannot go. So I forgot about Taylor Swift, but I was like, if it's meant to me, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
I got the tickets, as I told you guys, a week before the show. And I went. Okay. Here, the time, what I tell you, the time is very important. I was meant to go to 2 other shows. And when I got the ticket, my favorite Taylor Swift song is "'Tis the Damn Season," right? "'Tis the Damn Season" is a very sad song. She used to sing it when she was touring in US, but when she jumped into Europe, she removed the song from the set list. She didn't sing it anymore in European tour. Why? Because she added new songs from her new album. Anyways, very detailed. So when she started singing that, like the show, I knew that the song wouldn't be there. But guess what? In each show, she sings 2 songs as a surprise song. What she's gonna be singing?
That one.
My favorite song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in Lyon, she didn't sing it. In Madrid, she didn't sing it. In Edinburgh, she sings it. In the bridge part, I was crying because she's like, I'll go back to LA and a so-called friends who write things about... Anyways, there is a bridge saying she will go back to LA, her hometown, to her friends and stuff. And I was thinking to go back to my country at that time.
Aww.
And the moment she's gonna be singing the bridge, I started crying. She stopped singing the bridge. She switched it to another song. She's be like, all I see is daylight, 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 daylight. Like the song from a sad song to a beautiful song. And I'm like, daylight? So that means I have to stay here and I'm gonna see daylight. Guess what, guys? After the show, I found rent. Everything was sorted, like paper-wise.
Yeah.
It's all sorted out. Everything was working. So at that time, when Taylor Swift sang Daylight and jumped from "'Tis the Damn Season" to Daylight, I'm like, everything happens for a reason. everything happens for a reason. Time is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So since June till now, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah,
a lot of bad memories, a
yeah.
lot of bad stuff, lot of bad stuff, financial stuff. But like at that time, I was like, thank you
that
so
was-
much, Taylor. You know I'm here. Someone told you a big fan is coming. You need to sing this damn season, and you need to jump to daylight. So he's gonna feel like he needs to be here. Yeah, thank you. Drop the mic. So that was my story.
Yeah.
1 hour podcast.
It's gonna be a lot of montage.
I'm
Anyway.
not gonna edit a lot.
Really?
I'm gonna just cut the moments where
Yeah.
when we were gossiping about people, you know. We live for gossip.
And like, yeah, and I'm having a good time as well. Like, I'm good. I'm like, I feel good in here, and I'm starting to feel good. And so we say that time won't solve things, but like sometimes it does.
Who says time won't solve things?
Read it.
Did I say it?
No, like, but we said just like if you're like staying with someone and you think that someone's gonna change or
Well, we're talking about people, but
Yeah.
like when you break free from people,
yeah,
time will make you heal.
yeah,
You will heal. Like God knows for a fact that time heals you.
yeah,
So many people lost their parents, and if you see them the first week, you see them like they're absolutely blacked out. After a year, they're living with it.
Yeah, of
You
course.
live with the sorrow.
Yeah, exactly. You just like live with it. You try to live with it, not forget about it, but live with it.
Yeah, you don't have to forget, and you don't
Yeah.
have to forget to move on. You can move on without any of those things happening. This is a Taylor Swift thing.
Really?
I'm a Taylor
Here he
Swift
goes.
book. He knows.
Here he goes.
I think she knows. Well, I think this is
Yeah.
our podcast. So if you have like advice for her to tell her how to start, my piece of advice will be just do it now.
Yeah.
You don't have to think, because thinking
I
you will lose time. It's been a year now, you
Yeah.
know. Like I just think it was yesterday that I moved out. Now it's been a year.
I know, it's
I'm just
crazy.
thinking about like my 1 year celebration. I want to like dress up with the kilt, the Scottish kilt. I'm so glad that I have Scottish friends right now. We
Yeah.
can celebrate it with. It's been a year. Time goes so fast. It's
And I'll
very
start.
swift.
I swear, I'll start.
If she starts, I'm going to promote her like so bad. So guys, that was our podcast. I'm so sorry if I don't know how to follow topics in podcast. This is my first one. I swear to God, I planned it. I planned the questions and stuff, but it's very stressful. You just don't know how it works and anyways. The content will get better for sure. We'll get better. We're not
Yeah,
gonna film it
we'll
here
get
all the
better.
time. We can film it outside once I get a mic or something. Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for watching. That was Alia with you. She's my lovely friend. So
I love you.
I love you, and you did too. This is the Billie Eilish song. So thank you guys for watching. I hope for listening, because you can listen and don't watch. And I hope you don't see us in this way. At least me with this jumper and this. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for
I
watching.
came with no makeup with my pajamas set.
So anyway, she slays all
and
the
like
time.
and like that's what it's all about. It's comfort.
It's comfort.
Yeah.
And you never wear shoes on my podcast. Thank you. And unless we're abroad, we're outside.
Thank you
Bye
guys for
guys.
watching.
Thank you so much for
Bye.
watching.